Welcome to the start of a new anime review series. This is the first of 4 parts for the series Monster Musume. Yep, some of you are probably thinking, what? You're reviewing this series? Yeah, because I feel like it, that's why. Yes, like in the case of several many of the anime I've reviewed, this one's based on manga, though in the case this is one of those many ones where the adaptation wasn't finished. Yeah, they ended the series after one season, 12 episodes. This one discussing the first 4 episodes. Yep, just the first four. And by the way, almost every episode, even the OVAs, yeah, the series got a couple of OVAs. Everyday life with whatever. Yep. Now, the first 4 episodes cover the first 6 chapters and 8 through 9. Yep. The very first episode of the series, which of course is adapted from the first 2 chapters of the series. By the way, in case you're curious though, the way the episode opens is the same exact way that the first chapter manga opens up. With the main character, Kajimi, that's the name of the guy who's here. Yeah, where he wakes up and he has a snake woman in his bed. Like, what? Is this woman here to kill him? Nope. It's a woman he's living with. Yep. Yeah, they explain that's part of this monster exchange program where people are he's basically a host and he has to basically host this woman for a certain period of time. And as explained, he was actually given her she was brought to him by mistake. It's never explained why. Not even the main manga explains why the heck he was chosen to be the host. And of course they introduce let's just say his coordinator, Miss Smith. And boy, oh boy, they chose a smoking hot woman. Like, oh my god, this woman's so hot. They even show her in like episode 2 where she walks around her, like you see her a couple times in the episode in her underwear because she's in her place. Yep. And the snake woman, her name is Mia. She's half woman, half snake. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Yeah, she has red scale skin, and mostly it's there woman wise up until you get past her groin. It's all snake. Yep, and she says, yeah, apparently there was a law that says, okay, now there's actually a law where the law states that a human cannot harm a demi-human. It's for these people out in series, basically the monsters. And she basically, well, in the first episode, she nearly tries to strangle him with her snake, unintentionally, of course. Then he knows a way to stop her. Oh, by the way, she's living in his house for a few days. He also explains that his parents were all of a sudden moved overseas for some reason. Yeah, the manga itself never explained this at all. Nope. If you're curious though, how far the manga is in right now? 68 chapters. Yeah, it's a monthly manga. And the last chapter came out, I think it was like a few months ago. Yeah, it's not that long of a manga. And yet this series adapted to only just 26 chapters altogether. I'll discuss more about that when I discuss like the OVAs with final thoughts of the series. So, just everyday life. The way you describe this series, it's a bit of a slice of life with some eroticism. Like, yeah, where she frequently likes showing him her chest, and she has no problem with it at all. Because she has confidence in him trying to seduce him because she's in love with him. Yeah, and also here's something though. None of the characters who appear in the series ever refer to the main character by his actual name. Mia refers to him as Darling. One of 2 people who does that. The other, of course, being Miss Smith. Yeah, she does it just to mock Mia, which I think is kind of hilarious. So, they have one point that has sort of a date, basically a field trip. Yeah, and also the rules state that as the host, hosting these, let's just say, demi-humans, they can't go up by themselves without the host around. Because if they do, they'll get deported. Yep. That's basically the reason for this. So, they go out shopping. Of course, one point he accidentally picks up her panties. Yeah, she wears panties, even though she's a snake woman. At one point, a character refers to her as a viper, despite the fact she's classified in the manga as a lima. Yep, that's what they've heard of the species as, a lima, a half woman, half snake. So, at one point, this guy and his girlfriend start poking fun at her, and she's about to attack him, but look if he stops him. Though he runs him again a little later on. First, he goes to a, let's just say, a hotel, a love hotel. Not the first one I've seen in anime. Nope, not the only one I've seen this one. It was also in My Girlfriend's Slave Virgin. They had one in that one, and that's not even a hentai. I'm trying to think what other series had it. Let's see. Aside from this one and that one, let's see. I'm trying to think what other series had it. Well, it did feature in the film The Wolverine. Yeah, it had a Love Hotel in that one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Love Hotel's way to describe them is that basically couples go there just to have sex. Either they're there to take shelter or they're there to spend the night. That's the gist of basically these love hotels. I'm trying to think, was there a series I've come across where they actually have one of these? Let me think. Usually it's in modern day Japan where they come across these things. Did Love Tower have one? No. Surprisingly, no. I know that Bleach never did. Yeah, and that's set in modern Japan. So, it's like she tries to do some after she has her shower. And then, of course, Miss Smith shows up thinking that, oh, inappropriate. No, it's just, and she's like, pulls mask like, oh, hi, darling. Yep. And then, of course, they run into the same people again. And, of course, the guy continues to assault Mia. She's about to do something. And then he just runs up and punches the guy right in the face. Apparently, sent him flying. Also, his girlfriend, too. And she gets supposedly injured. Of course, explain next episode. Oh, yeah, we started out of court. Like, okay. Oh, yeah, and also let's explain when Mia first moved in, they had to remodel the house. They had sort of flashes of how she supposedly used the bathroom. Like, in case you're wondering, though, like, where they show it, is this how they show the manga? Oh, yes. The changes they make are very minor at best. They even throw in some social media stuff in here. Oh, and by the way, how did Miss Smith find out that he was at this love hotel? Trending on social, it was trending on Twitter. I'm like, okay, yeah, that actually did not happen in the manga. She just randomly found him. Which I appreciate the fact they actually gave a modern update, which I don't mind that at all. So, the very next episode, in episode 2, first one's called My Life with a Lima. Everyday Life with Lima. The second one's called Everyday Life with a Harpy and a Centaur. Yep, 2 new characters. First one, Poppy. Introduces herself by, well, let's see, kidnapping the main character from his own house. Though she actually ran away from her, let's just say, her coordinator. And then she tries to bathe in a fountain. And then, of course, that's where the clothes but there's also a little girl trapped in a tree. Of course, she puts her clothes back on, then goes to rescue her. And apparently, no one has a problem with the fact that Harpy basically rescued her. Yeah, no problem with it at all. Miss Smith shows up and says, oh yeah, she's with me. And that settles that. The very next and in the very next segment, yeah, they actually have a split segment where he wakes up in the morning. He's like, "Oh no, I have to go for a grocery run." He's like, "I didn't know I had to do grocery runs when I woke up." And then of course he just happens to run into the next guest, basically going to be living in his house, Santorina, a centaur, who carries around a fake sword. Yeah, and she apparently has a license to actually run on her own, just cause. So he later rides her, yes, rides on her back because she's basically half woman, half horse. And she gallops like an actual horse. Oh, and here's the thing. He also holds on to her first by holding on to her belly, and then he holds on to her chest. And then at one point he accidentally exposes her chest. Yeah, he does this in the manga too, so don't worry, that's something the anime makes up. So they chase down a purse snatcher. And then, of course, the guy picks up later revealed to be fake sword. And then, of course, because law says humans can't attack demi-humans, he protects her. And Tensoria basically says, oh yeah, I'm living here now. Like, okay, fine. The very next episode, thank God they have new characters show up. And, of course, this was the one, basically, where they reveal, oh yeah, Miss Smith reveals to everybody that a new portion of the law was passed. That you can eligible to marry him. Everyone's like, what? They also had this thing in this episode where Poppy basically is gonna take a bath because she's like sweaty. So Kendra goes with her, and he of course puts her in a swimsuit. Yeah, a school swimsuit. And yes, this did happen in the manga as well, so don't worry about that. It did happen. And he has to touch her breast. Then of course, well, she kind of wants to be like a brother and sister relationship, though apparently she wants to turn into sort of a sexual one, despite the fact she looks like she's younger than he is, but he actually was the same age. So, yeah, the Century comes in, of course, well, he gets sort of, well, and they also reveal something that when he came to use the bathroom, and then, of course, he comes across Cinerita bathing, where she proceeds to kick him in the face. Oh, yeah, despite the fact they beat him up, the thing is, they're able to get away with it because there's accidents. They don't do it on purpose. Oh, yeah, Mia also dislocated a shoulder, which Miss Smith basically put back in place. Also, episode 2, and here's the whole thing about Miss Smith being her underwear. Yeah, she's first seen in her underwear where she's in bed, and then later on she walks her part, and basically she walks her in her underwear. But this is her apartment. She has every right basically to walk around in her underwear. And they show how hot she is. She's smoking hot. Yeah, so, yeah, and also episode 4, you actually show her in the bathtub and she's completely naked. Wow, that's quite something. She also got like a wrap on her head. Yeah, that's something occasionally I've seen in anime where sometimes women with long hair will in fact like wrap their hair up in sort of like a wraparound bun so hair doesn't like touch the water very much. Not many series I've seen do this. I've seen it with case clothes, but usually a lot of the time it's usually women with very long hair to do this. Yep. So episode 4 is the introduction to Sue, a slime who attacks Keiji. Well, first attacks Mia. Then, I should point out though, Sue is voiced by Monica Rail. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I basically catch on the series. So, they apparently, even though that the whole thing about, and he tries to hurt her Mia, then she tries to hurt Keiji in the bathroom, but he able to knock her up thanks to basically knock her in the bathwater, though he apparently reduced in size, and apparently she become good friends with Poppy. And of course, they apparently think that she could put her in jail, but they really don't. And of course, they run away. They kind of run away, but luckily enough, Keiji catches up with them so they won't get deported. And they're playing with some kids. And of course, Sue does something quite cool. She actually saves one of the kids, the same little girl that Poppy saved 2 episodes back from a truck about to run her over because the truck was actually out of control. And she saves her life. And the thing is, she's very grateful for it. And it's the same thing when she was saved by Poppy. She had no problem being saved by someone who's not human. Yeah, because they risked their life to save her. And of course, it looked like she was about to fall. But lucky enough, the Keiji basically knew about the truck about to fall in. So lucky enough, he basically had the truck catch her so she wouldn't die. And of course, then they go back, and of course, Miss Smith finds out about Sue, and then. Oh, by the way, they put Sue, despite the fact she's a slime. Yeah, she's amoeba. That's what they describe her as in the manga. But she's actually just a slime woman. Yeah, so they put her in a raincoat. Yes, a raincoat in order to keep her, well, from walking looking like she's naked. They put her in a raincoat and they give her boots. Yeah, because it doesn't absorb water, so why not? Though I would probably also get her a pair of rain pants. Yeah, that's another thing you probably put her in, rain pants. So she's allowed to live there, no problem. Yeah, no one else has a problem with it. So there's that. Yeah, interesting set of episodes. Definitely looking forward to watching the rest of the series. Yeah, do I have a problem with the fact that a lot of the characters are simply put like half whatever type of creature, like Mia's a snake, Poppy's a harpy, and Centauri is a centaur? Not really. No, they explain this in the manga really well. Yeah, and also they keep it the fact that Centauri is basically some warrior culture, and of course, well, this cultural exchange. Yeah. Now, in the case of Mia, like when I saw, like, wow, this is like the 3rd series I've come across where the female lead of the series has got red hair and is in love with the main character. Yes. That's two things that she has in common with Reyes from High School DxD and the other Mia from Test New Devil. Yeah. Difference is, well, one of the things these three women have in common, they all got big chests. Yep, they do. The one thing that Mia from this series has over Mia from High School, well, from Test New Devil, is her ears different. Yeah, apparently Cinderia's ears are very similar appearance to Mia's for some reason. Hmm. Yeah. So there's that. So that's it for this particular review. My next one, probably up soon, be a review of the next 4 episodes of the series. Now, I probably won't be able to finish the series up tonight. I'll probably finish up tomorrow at best. Yeah, finish it tomorrow, along with doing the 2 OVAs of the series. And then, of course, I'm going to head back to Naruto Shippuden after that to work on the Akatsuki Suppression arc. Now, I will reveal in the last video what anime series I'm going to do next, but not at the moment. It's only the first video, okay? But see you next video. Bye.